puts us in a very interesting position with respect to economics. Because, number one, so my job, in building liquidity, one of the ways you do that is you lend XRP to people so that they can provide liquidity in markets. You want to provide a bid and an offer in the market, you have to have cash to buy something. And if you want to sell it, you have to have the thing to sell. Well, the only way you sell something is either own it or you borrow it. In the Bitcoin space, it's really hard to borrow stuff. It's expensive, 10 to 15% annual interest rates, and it's hard to find like really chunky loans. With SRP, people can just come to us and be like, "Yeah, I want to borrow some SRP." Not anybody, but really professional market makers. It's something that we can do that nobody else can do, right? In that flow that I described, where somebody's buying SRP, moving it, and selling it, we can guarantee the rates. So everybody always asks me, "Well, but you're bridging between two fiat currencies. Like you have to do two hops, there's two spreads you're crossing, the liquidity's not great, it's volatile." No problem. I will pay you the difference. If you're going across this rail and it's expensive, I am very much incentivized to make sure that you do that, because the more liquidity, the more utility, in theory over time, the more valuable XRP will be. So in the short run, we're very much incentivized to make all those frictions go away. So I don't see our holdings as a detriment, and I definitely do not care if there are skeptics and skeptics about everything. But it puts us in an incredibly powerful position to actually activate the use case.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works. Because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that everything is planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books, Crypto Teacher and WO Book. Also, those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon, much love. And then also those who are purchasing from the store, much love to you. Now, of course, guys, we're going to get into cryptos and, of course, Bitcoin first. Now, we see cryptos going up. We see the stock market going up. We see gold and silver going up. Who's pumping this, guys? That's right, the Fed. Don't get it confused, guys. The Fed is buying everything right now, including the cryptos. So, guys, all this is speculation. So, like I stated, we have this small window to make money up until the back futures. Now, the back futures is going to be earlier this month. So, basically, it's going to be on the 15th. So, we have this small window, guys. So, make sure you stay up with the actual dates, because you know that we're going to get a correction. Back I already said they've been breaking records. So, we know that we're going to go down. We know the stock market is going down. We know gold and silver is going to go down. We know the Fed is pumping and manipulating all of this. So we know we're going to take a hit, guys. So make sure you watch out for that. Now, let's get into the actual crypto news. Basically, we have Ripple, of course, going to be using lines of credits and XRP. Now, you listen to the video of Miguel Vias. He had already stated that. He already told us, what the actual design was for. We know loans come with what? Fees. So eventually, that's what they want. A bank, that's what a bank wants. Of course, like I stated, always state that Ripple is nothing but an extension of the central banks. The big plan is to use XRP as that global stable coin. So don't forget about that, guys. Now, guys, we also have Shenzhen to hand out 10 million digital yuan and a currency giveaway. Now, didn't we say, now guys, I've been saying this over and over and over again. Cryptos is going to be the UBI. Basically, the only thing they need to do is get you hooked on this free money. And then the cost will be what? Control. That's what they want, guys. They want total control. And this is how you do it. Of course, in China, it's a whole lot easier. But in the United States, as we see, people are hurting right now. So like I stated, come around in March when all these stimulus and all this packages, all this ends, then they do the airdrop of the free money, probably starting in September of 2021. So people start getting free money, universal basic income. So guys, it's definitely coming, and we're already seeing it being tested in other countries, where they've been tested in other countries. But we also have Bank of Japan to begin the digital currency proof of concept in 2021. So we saw South Korea saying they're going to be doing a concept. They're going to be doing the same thing. So guys, we know this is a global effort. But of course, when we look at the New World Order, what do? They work off a plan. And a plan, you have steps. Don't forget about that. This doesn't happen overnight. I know a whole lot of people in cryptocurrency, they want to get rich overnight. No, that's not going to happen. Everything happens over time. That's what we must remember. Now, Japanese giant SBI acquires Teo Exchange. So, guys, don't forget about that also. And I think they have Definity, if I'm not mistaken. We have Ethereum fees higher than Bitcoin for a record 2 months straight. So we know DeFi was the cause of that. We know DeFi took a hit, so most likely that'll be corrected this month. Now we have the DOJ came out with crypto enforcement guidelines. I think it was like 71 pages, something ridiculous. I posted in the Patreon. They always want to make sure that they are in control of us. But the fact is, we know what? They're the biggest drug dealing, money laundering, gun running, son of a guns. So we know the DOJ is for us. Now, guys, we had 7 central banks and BIS publish a report on digital currencies, the layout of how it should be. So, guys, we already know, hands down, the plan is already there. Just like I said, the only thing they're doing is taking us through the steps. They can't hit the masses and scare them. They want to take them into digital currencies without them knowing. Just think about the debit card, guys. Now we see what the debit card with the chip in it and all that good stuff, what it was all about, to take us to this next step. We went from paper money to checks to debit cards. All of it, guys. Right now, just about all of it is digital anyway. Majority of people get their money direct deposit anyway if they're working for a job. We have another central bank, the Dutch, approves first crypto service under AMLD5 regulations. So just like I said, guys, all these central banks are moving towards cryptocurrency and blockchain. So guys, we know who owns the central banks, of course, the Rothschilds. So the only thing they're doing is moving us in their direction, guys. Remember, cryptocurrencies, we already have a global currency, guys, a dollar. But the fact is, cryptocurrencies are going to give them global control. That's what they want. The social credit, what Chris Larson talked about. That's what this is about. Now, lastly, guys, we have SBI Esports to run its first security token offer in October, well, possibly in October. But guys, we know that sports, regular sports, gaming sports, all of it is going to change the way we do things. Why? Is because the kids are in it. All these cryptocurrencies, all this good stuff, still older people are going to know better. But these younger kids adapt. If you grow up in it, you're not going to know any difference unless somebody teaches you. That's the only way you'll know that something was the way it used to be, if you have an older person to tell you. So right now, we are that generation. And right now I'm looking at the C word. Of course, I'm going to go over to my second video. But right now, the C word is sort of getting out of control, guys. We might have to rein this in a little bit. Because the fact is, we're starting to see too many changes. I'm just not talking about cryptocurrency. I'm just talking about people's mindsets. I understand the masses are asleep. But the fact is that it's a certain point that we've let things go a little bit too far. Me going out in public, I see less and less people with masks on. So they're starting to understand that it's a bigger picture. And I think Trump really allowed people to see, okay, this might not be so real, because there's no way that he was in the actual hospital for 3 days and get out and all of a sudden healthy. So I think that woke up a lot of people. But guys, that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Cryptoteacher NWO book. Also, cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Also, guys, your stocks. Don't forget about the stock channel, guys. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. Also, everybody sitting at home, don't forget about the at-home stocks. The C word, guys, don't forget about those stocks. They're definitely going to be pumping. And then also, while everybody's sitting at home getting free money or waiting on that free money, what are they doing? That's right, drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and y'all have a wonderful day.